The first light of dawn spreads slowly across the African savanna, painting the grasslands in strokes of soft gold and pale fire. The wind carries the cool breath of morning, rustling the tall grass in gentle waves, as though nature itself is stretching awake. Birds call from distant acacia branches, and insects begin their daily symphony beneath the soil. To an outsider, this might look like a peaceful paradise, untouched by conflict. But to Naritu, a seasoned lioness, the morning is not a time of beauty. It is a reminder of pressure, responsibility, and the hunger gnawing at her pride. Through the night, the cubs whimpered restlessly, their tiny bodies curling against their mothers as their stomachs remained painfully empty. Even the older lionesses are showing the signs of strain, their ribs more visible, their energy fading. Hunger is dangerous here, hunger is an enemy, and Naritu knows she must defeat it today. She crouches low in the tall grass, her tawny coat blending seamlessly with the sunlit blades around her. Each controlled breath fills her with the sense of earth, dust, and grazing animals. Her amber eyes lock onto a herd of zebras moving slowly across the plain. She studies them the way a strategist studies a battlefield, calmly, with unwavering focus. Her gaze finally lands on one zebra, a mare with a subtle limp. It is almost unnoticeable, but to a lioness like Naritu, who has learned to read weakness in a single flick of a hoof, it is the difference between failure and survival. A pang of sympathy touches her heart. This creature is not her enemy. It is simply caught in the eternal cycle that governs the savanna, life feeding life so that the world continues turning. But sympathy cannot feed her pride. And today, she cannot afford to hesitate. Behind her, hidden in their own patches of grass, wait Asha and Larani, two younger lionesses who have grown up under Naritu's watchful guidance. They were once clumsy cubs tumbling through the grass, chasing butterflies, wrestling with oversized paws. Now they are fierce, elegant, and fast, her trusted partners in the hunt. Naritu doesn't turn her head, but she feels their presence like a steady pulse at her back. There is no need for spoken words. Their communication is older than language, built from shared hunts, shared struggles, and shared devotion to the pride. They are ready. They are waiting for her signal. The savanna grows still. Even the wind pauses, as if the entire landscape senses what is about to unfold. Naritu lowers her body further, muscles coiled, nerves electric. Her ears pivot, her tail stiffens, and her heart slows to a predator's rhythm. For a moment, she thinks of the cubs waiting under the shade of a thorn tree, their eyes wide with hunger and hope. She thinks of the older lionesses, who have protected her since she was a cub herself. She thinks of the future of the pride, held delicately in her paws. And then, with a quiet exhale, she moves. The explosion of motion startles the plain into chaos. One moment the zebras graze peacefully, the next, dust erupts beneath pounding hooves as the herd bolts in all directions. The zebra mare with the limp lags behind instantly, her body trembling as adrenaline floods her veins. Asha sprints left, her sleek body cutting through the grass with astonishing speed. Larani dashes right, driving the mare inward, exactly where Naritu needs her to be. The hunt unfolds like a beautifully practiced dance, each lioness fulfilling her part with precision. To the zebras, this is terror. To the lionesses, it is survival wrapped in strategy and instinct. Naritu feels the world narrow to a single point, the mare's desperate struggle. She can hear the frantic rhythm of hooves pounding the ground, smell the sharp scent of fear carried on the wind, and feel her own heartbeat rising in her throat. She lunges forward, closing the distance. Her claws rake the mare's flank, and the zebra stumbles. She fights with everything she has, kicking and twisting, trying desperately to escape. For a brief moment, their eyes meet, and Naritu feels a flash of understanding. Two lives trapped in a moment neither truly chose. But the savanna does not allow room for hesitation. With one final surge of strength, Naritu brings her down. The struggle ends. The dust settles. The world falls silent. Relief washes over Naritu like a warm wave. The pride will eat. Today, they are safe. The exhaustion in her limbs is tempered by triumph, by gratitude, by the knowledge that she has delivered life back to her family. Asha arrives first, panting heavily, her sides heaving but her eyes shining. Larani approaches quietly, touching her forehead to Naritu's in a gesture of deep respect and shared victory. These are not just hunters, they are sisters, bound by love and responsibility.